Now, do you want to impress your friends and make one of the best old fashions, but don't want to spend a ton of time behind the bar? Well, I'm going to teach you how to make this old fashioned. Is a freezer door old fashioned, so you can have it in the freezer and ready to go when your friends come over. Are you ready? I know I am. Let's go. Woo! Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways. I'm Doc Martinez, and man, this is just an amazing old fashioned. Nice, perfect, well balanced, well mixed. Something that a whiskey lover will love. Something that a person who doesn't drink as much whiskey will love, because it's got a nice balance in it, right? So I could drink this all night, and that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make a batch one so you can have one pour or have multiple pours if you want. So are you ready? I'm ready to go. So let's just jump right into this one. I'm gonna move this little puppy over to the side over here, and just let it sit there as we get this ready. I'm gonna put this over here because I always make a mess making these kind of things. But we want to start off in a vessel that can actually contain everything that you want to mix before you put it back in. So I'm actually going to start off with this whiskey here, and it's Old Grandad Bonded. Now, Wild Turkey 101 is a great one. Woodford Reserve Double Oak is one of my favorite ones to use, and I love that one. I'm using this one for multiple reasons. One, if you're getting this for like a group of people and they're not all whiskey drinkers, 100 proof is a good proof to start them with. It's not going to overpower them. It's not going to burn their mouth, and they're going to be able to enjoy it. Now, but if it's somebody who is a whiskey drinker, it still has a lot of flavor. This has just so much flavor in it, and for the price, I think I paid $22 for this bottle. I'm going to do that. Now, you notice I'm not starting with the full bottle. You shouldn't. You need room. I'm going to use this bottle as a vessel to keep it in, so it's perfect. Now, there should be about 22 ounces in here. How do I know that? I was measuring that earlier, and it was at 24. I made my drink with 2 ounces, so it should be pretty close to the 22 ounces in here. Perfect, right? Now, normally when I make an old fashioned, I always start with like the bitters and the sugars and all that, because if I mess it up and I have to throw it away, I don't throw away the most expensive part, but I'm going to mix it all in here anyways. I know I'm not going to mess this up. Who knows? I just said that, so I probably will. But let's get started. We're going to first start off with Angostura bitters. Now, there's 22 in here, so that's 11. That's 11 drinks, right? So normally I do 2 dashes of Angostura bitters per drink, so it's going to be 22 Angostura bitters dashes in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Now, if you like a lot of bitters, add more. If you like less, use less. But I'm not done with bitters. We're actually going to add a little bit more as well. Walnut bitters goes a long way in these drinks. Walnut bitters is a good one. Barrel aged bitters is another good one. If you want a little bit sweeter, chocolate bitters works really well. And a lot of times when I make an old fashioned, I'll use Angostura with orange bitters as well. So this is a good way. But for something like this that I'm trying to make it just, for more palates, walnut bitters is great. Adds a lot of good flavor to it. So normally I do 1 dash per. So we're going to do 11 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Those are pretty big dashes coming out of this thing. I don't know. I think my topper is actually kind of missing part of it there. But hey, you know what? I don't mind it. It's only half of that. So there you go. Now, normally next is what we're going to add is a sweetener. But I got a trick for you. I got a little trick, right? We're going to add another special ingredient to this. And what we're going to be using is Grand Marnier. You're probably wondering, why are we putting this in an old fashioned? Well, Bourbon Night, I saw a video of them earlier of the best old fashioned, and they actually use this as their kind of secret ingredient. And the reason they use this is because they said a lot of times they don't have an orange on hand, but you want to add that orange flavor, but they always have this on hand. So it made a lot of sense. As I said, there's going to be 11 drinks, so you usually use half an ounce per, right? I'm going to kind of get it close and go about 5 ounces in here. So I'm going to put in nice 2 ounces and then another 2 ounces. Now it's supposed to be a little bit more than that, but you're going to get enough of that flavor with just the 5 that it's more than enough in here. So that's perfect right there. Now, when I first heard about that, a little skeptical, but honestly, it adds a lot of flavor and it's perfect for something like this, like you're batching that's just for a bunch of people with different palates. This will actually juice it up a little bit and kind of make it, give it that little nice sweet touch. Plus, with a little bit more cognac in there, doesn't hurt, right? Adds a little bit more sweetness to it. Now we're going to add the simple syrup. Now, I recommend Demerara simple syrup or a brown sugar simple syrup. There's a lot more flavor to this. It brings out a lot more of those flavors from the whiskey as well. So it's one of my favorites to use. Once again, we're gonna do a half ounce for each one. So I'm just gonna do 5 ounces. Should be just a tiny bit more, but I don't want to over sweeten this as well. So there's 2, 4, and 5. Perfect. Now you can use a regular simple syrup, but honestly, Demerara simple syrup is the way to go. It's my favorite. I use it on most of my cocktails now. I'm probably gonna do a video one day and just get a whole bunch of different sweeteners, you know, from gum to simple syrup, to a regular white simple syrup, to xanthanum gum, I think is the other one, to maybe a rich simple syrup. I just try. There's sugar cane syrup. There's just a ton of different kind of sweeteners out there that I'm gonna definitely try and do just a bunch of old fashions and, you know, kind of just taste them all and see if is really Demerara the best one for it, or is there something else that's actually better? So one of these days I'm gonna do that experiment. So you just want to stir this a little bit. Now a lot of people say you add some water as well. I'm not that person. I don't think you need to add the water. Why? Because a lot of times I'll make it directly in here, put it with a nice cold ice, and then when you do that, you can just stir it up a little bit. That will give you a little bit of that water breakdown, chill the drink a little bit, and then you enjoy it. So I tend not to water my old fashions down all the time. Sometimes I'll do it in a mixing glass because there's something I'm trying to do with that. But a lot of times, if I'm just gonna make it at home, I'm gonna make it directly in the glass with a large ice. So I'm not watering it down. There's gonna be some people out there don't like it as strong, but hey. So if that's the case, just stir it in that glass more. Now here's the fun part where I always make a mess. Let's pour it in here. Take your time, pour it in. I always tend to kind of rush this part and then start spilling everywhere. And once it starts spilling, it's so much harder to get it to stop. All right, let's just keep filling this up. And there should be plenty, hopefully enough room in here with everything I added. And pour that all in here. Now, I know you saw me, I didn't stir it like a whole ton. And yes, there's a good reason for that. I'm going to have it in a bottle, a closed bottle. And before I serve it, all you have to do is shake it up a little bit, you know? You can listen to Taylor Swift and shake it up. All right, just like that. Now there you have it. A batch old-fashioned ready to drink at a moment's notice. Go put it in your fridge door. Go put it in your freezer door. I know a lot of these are called freezer old-fashions. I'd rather have it in the fridge and then cool it off more with a nice large ice in there. A lot of times when you get it too cold, you take away some of that flavor. So this is definitely one of the best old-fashions you can make. And the proof is in the pudding right here. Yep. Let's stir this up just a little bit. Let's take a cherry off. Love it, love it, love it. That cherry's so good too. Well, my friends, thank you for joining me on another journey down my old-fashioned rabbit hole. A nice batch freezer old-fashioned for sure. To our next journey, my friends. Cheers.